For Labour that you have well-respected bodies, for example, the IFS, accusing Labour of, I think their words were, pretending everything can be paid for by the same plans to tax the richest. It can't keep going round and round and round, that money. Indeed, thanks for coming. Sexual harassment, firings, multi-million-pound payouts. The stories coming out of Fox headquarters have seemed as sensational as the headlines that sometimes dominate their news channels. The company's undergone a large-scale overhaul of its management structure, but there are some who are clearly still nervous about the company's soul. One of those, it seems, our own government. Today, the Culture Secretary said she was likely to refer Rupert Murdoch's £12 billion bid to take full control of Sky to the competition regulator, pointing, among other things, to weaknesses in Fox's corporate governance arrangements. So does the Culture Secretary fear the Fox culture will end up here? Do you think that Sky can't defend itself?
Well, I mean,
what's happened in the States is going to govern what happens in the UK.
Dig on.
Well, I mean,
we did ask Fox and Sky to join us tonight. Neither company, sadly, had anyone available. But in a statement, Sky said it was disappointed by the Culture Secretary's statement, but would continue to engage with that process. He was the man who brought Samuel Beckett to the English stage, the man who launched the National Theatre on the South Bank, the man who founded the Royal Shakespeare Company. He was, in other words, a giant of the theatre whose shoulders launched some of the finest, best-loved actors and dramatists this country has ever seen. Sir Peter Hall, whose death was announced today, is credited with transforming British theatre, creating some of the most original, outstanding stage moments this country's ever seen. Stephen Smith looks back on his life. Sir Peter Hall. 10 years ago tomorrow, the BBC revealed the Bank of England had stepped in to bail out Northern Rock. The move sparked a run on the bank, and then came the rest of the financial meltdown. This week, Newsnight's looking back at what happened a decade ago, trying to work out where it leaves us now. We sent our business editor, Helen Thomas, to ask whether current regulation would protect the economy from similar shocks in future. And Sir John Vickers, who led the government's inquiry in the wake of the crash, told her he thinks we're only halfway there.